Okay, with such an illustrious introduction, sure, and she stole in a couple of my words as well, but thank you very much, Siphelele. So I would like to start again by just saying a warm welcome to everybody, those that are streaming live and those that have actually made their way here. Thank you very much. So all of those that have attended and also our staff members as well. There are two people that I would really like to name, but it's not to say that the others haven't put in the effort. But the one is Bernard Moll, who has really helped us with this function today. Thank you very much, Bernard. And the other person is Cami, who's the behind-the-scenes marketing lady for plastic containers. So to all of you that have made the effort to attend personally and those that are attending online, we are really hoping that you are here to share ideas, help us discuss our opportunities and concerns about doing business today and tomorrow. And in this conference, we are aiming to showcase our business in our quest for finding smarter, sustainable solutions for all of our stakeholders. So as Siphelele mentioned, COVID has been very trying for us in the last 2 years, 2020 and 2021. So in 2019, we were toying with the idea of having this conference, and we were battling a little bit to put it together, and then 2020 came along and we wanted to launch it, and there was COVID. And then 2021, we were again wanting to launch this conference, and then I just said, stop. We're going to get Bernard. He's done this before. He knows how to do it. And I've known Bernard, and we were actually trying to figure out the other day, for something like 35 years I've known Bernard. So Bernard is a real expert in doing this kind of conferencing, and he's also an expert in the area of plastic. And Bernard also used to be the sales director for a company called Safripol, who has transformed into Cup International. So thank you, Bernard. So in terms of the Mpact brand, we are part of Mpact Limited, who provide a holistic and integrated packaging solution from paper recycling to paper manufacturing, to corrugated board manufacturing, boxes, and a range of plastic products. All of these products are recyclable and recycled. And Mpact is committed to the future of South Africa, where we have 39 operating sites, employ over 5,000 people, have a BE rating of 1, and have recently announced investments in excess of 500 million rand, of which plastic containers is also a part of that commitment. So Siphelele has actually done part of the introduction with regard to plastic containers and our history. But all right, so plastic containers, as you know, were started in 1986 by Fleming Elvin Jensen, who later sold the business to Linpac in 1998. Fleming immigrated to Canada, and he was a source of a lot of technology and patents, and he started a company by the name of Macroplastics in America, which was the forerunner to us doing the jumbo bin here in South Africa. So Linpac was purchased the plastic furniture company from Fleming Elvin Jensen, tried to run it as a furniture company. They battled for a number of years, and as a last-ditch attempt, they then decided that they were going to do something dramatic. We borrowed an additional 50 million rand, and we started the jumbo bin business, making jumbo bins in Cape Town. In those days, the time was very difficult. So the 50 million rand only got to buy us equipment. After that, we didn't have any cash. So together with our customers and our raw material supplier, we were able to make the business work. We had extended terms from Sasol, and the deal was done on a handshake because Linpac refused to sign the credit terms. And then our customers, for which we were eternally grateful, actually paid 50% deposit with order, and they paid the other 50% on delivery. And that's how we started the business. We didn't have any cash, and times were difficult. And as time went on through Linpac, we then got rid of all of the old plastic furniture molds and machines, and we put in some of the retired equipment out of Europe. So we had a helping hand from Europe. The only thing they said is you can have whatever is in storage, but we're not paying for anything, and you also have to pay for the transport. And that's basically how we started Linpac Plastic Containers. So when was it? In 2005, Linpac was sold to a private equity company, and then the new company decided they didn't want to do business in Africa, and so wanted to sell off all of the assets. At that point, Mondi were very interested in buying the business. And in 2007, the deal was concluded, where Mondi purchased the business. And from there, we've been on a pretty good growth trajectory, where, as you know, later we changed the name from Mondi to Mpact. And the big thing for us being part of Mondi was the brand name. The brand name carries so much value. You know, I see a lot of customers here, Westphalia, ZZ2, and a number of these others. So the brands are so important, you know. So the ZZ2 brand, it is from the cattle brand that they used to brand their cattle. The ZZ2 was the cattle brand. And then I was thinking the other day, because my father is a farmer, he was a farmer, and what was his cattle brand? It was 6P. So all of these things, it's intrinsic to the businesses, to the culture, what they stand for, what they look like, you know. When you see ZZ2, the yellow and the red, you know. And Westphalia with the green and the red, you know. So the brands, to us at the end of the day, were very important. We launched the jumbo bins, and by the end of 2009, we basically run out of space in Atlantis. And at that point, we decided we would want to move into Johannesburg, because this was where the real market was. And at that point, we acquired the business of Plastics Omnium, which were the wheelie bin manufacturers. And they had a factory in Brits. So a lot of people ask me, so why do you go to Brits? Why do you have a factory in Brits? Well, that's where our competitor had the business. So that also formed the basis for our next level of entering into a new product range, and also entering into the Johannesburg or Gauteng business. So again in 2020, we again ran out of capacity in Brits, and at that point we then said, all right, fine, what do we do? How do we go forward? We made two decisions. The first one was to decouple all of our recycling businesses from our injection molding business, and then we bought a new property, a greenfield site, where we're going to be doing only recycling. And we also put up or acquired a business in which we are going to be putting all of our newer injection molding machines. So in that space, we're looking to put in 15 new machines. On top of that, we're also putting in an automated warehousing system, and this warehousing system, the objective of it is to give our customers what they want, when they want, and to reduce that cost of overpacking or oversupply and undersupplying in other instances. So in terms of the products that we have at the moment, so this is plastic containers. You'll see that there are 3 factories there. We make jumbo bins, wheelie bins, and a number of others. I think the important thing there is to note where Castle View is. It's on the right-hand side, where we aim to employ 60 people within the next 2 or 3 months, with a maximum of 120 people. And the output tonnages that we have, Atlantis, who's got 12,000 tons capacity, Brits at 18,000, and Castleview By this time next year, we'll have 12,000 tons per annum capacity, going up to 25. And we are accredited with a number of different ISO standards. Just some of the products we make. So the first one there is jumbo bins. You'll see that there are a couple of extra colors there. The orange, which goes mainly to the northwest of the country, and they use it mainly for the drying of, or dried fruit goes into that. The next product range is our lightweight range, which is used for the export of blueberries and also for avocado pears, where this range of packaging has a lot of positive features about it in terms of improved ventilation, very little vertical stack crush, and it aids the degreening process. Bottling crates, we are one of the largest suppliers of bottling crates to AB InBev, Heineken, Distell, and Coca-Cola. Also to the fresh fruit and veg retail crates, where we supply to Woolworths and ShopRite. This is one of the new products that we're bringing to market by the end of this year. It's a folding crate with an active lift lock mechanism. Wheeled waste collection receptacles on two-wheeled and four-wheeled, and we have a couple of other interesting products in that space as well. Materials handling, many products in this range, but two to note is a range of plastic pallets and then attachment containers where we supply a full range. And then we've got the Internet of Things enabled products where we can supply the hardware and software, and the tags that go onto it. And it's also about giving our customers functionality or improving the functionality of the product, giving them a line of sight. Some of the new products that we have brought to market. All right, let me talk about sustainability first. Today, sustainability is more than just a buzzword for MPC. Our investment in the recycling plant has come at a huge cost, but we are confident that this initiative will pay dividends for our stakeholders, our customers, suppliers, and ourselves in the future. Regarding sustainability from our local polymer suppliers, we're in a difficult position because they are very reliant on coal, but there are moves afoot to convert to offshore gas supplied from Mozambique. We are committed to working together with all stakeholders to reduce our carbon footprint. And as a start, we've installed solar panels at one of our factories and plan to install more in the coming years. To demonstrate some of our projects that we've launched, we have buyback agreements with all of our suppliers. When the products come to end of life, we will either buy back the product at raw material value or we will do a service exchange. In conjunction with the Cape Town municipality, we launched this Composter. So one of the things that we've seen is that the waste dumps are getting full and they're not bringing any more waste dumps to site. And this Composter helps reduce the volume of waste going into onto the sites. The other product that we launched with the help of Ekurhuleni is the recyclable wheelie bin wheel. In the past, it had a rubber outer, and the rubber is not recyclable. This wheel in its entirety is recycled. So as we have the wheel there, we grind it up, and we can make a wheelie bin out of it. The jumbo bins, when they come to the end of their life, we use them to make the jumbo bin feet or the skids, and also plastic pallets. Regarding our suppliers, we're engaging them on many fronts to be able to reduce the one-way packaging, to reduce the spillage of pellets, which is a massive problem. You know, we go to the beaches and we see all of these nurdles on the beach. I'm embarrassed to say I'm from the plastics industry when I see the nurdles on the beach. So we as an industry are really trying to do something about it. Just with regard to our factories and so on, hydraulic oil and oil spillage is also a massive issue. at all of our factories, we capture all of the oil, we recycle it, we on-sell the oil, and we improve the water to such a quality that it can be put down a drain. Solar energy, we've seen some instances of that as well. We also monitor very carefully how much water we use, how much electricity we use per kilogram converted. And in that, we are trying to buy the equipment that will enhance the productivity of these issues so that we become, have a more positive effect on the environment. One of the things that we find with many people in this industry, we are battling with equipment that is 30 and 40 years old. They are inefficient and they are energy hungry. They are hungry in terms of water usage and a number of other things. So most of the equipment that we buy, I think our oldest piece of kit is now, it's the Engel, it's a 5,500 ton, 2004 is when we bought that. But most of our kit is less than 10 years old. So we're really trying to invest and be on the front foot where we are looking to technology to help us be more competitive. So the climate change is a reality and we have to adjust. We have to consider the way we do business. We have to consider our carbon footprint of the products we supply. The future is not more of the same. We have to find better solutions. We are serious about the sustainability. And we only have one Earth, and we have some of our presenters and panelists who will talk more to this a bit later. Plastic Containers is a solutions-driven company, and we're always trying to find solutions to the problems of our customers, suppliers, and our employees. But more specifically about our employees, we're always striving to build a safe learning working environment, because it is our employees that will engage with our customers and suppliers to help create a better future. In general, we're not just looking for any old solutions. They have to be smarter. So in this quest, we've employed 10 young graduate engineers. We're on a program where every year we employ 3 new engineers, and fortunate for us, some of them are staying on, and they help us to change the business, see the new insight as to what is the art of the possible. So one of the things that we've done in this space is we started a program about 5 years ago about no paper. So one of the things that we've seen is even our customers at that stage, they want to send us pieces of paper with regard to our creditors and debtors and so on. So we're trying to get everybody to switch over to electronic and also give access to our customers, to our systems where they can see in virtual reality or in reality exactly what we're making on a specific day, what the stock is of their products in a secure environment in compliance with the POPI Act. If we can just go on then, I think it's the next slide. This is a video on robotics. This is about the future. So part of what we are doing is we are trying to find the best in class around the world. We don't have all the solutions, but we know where to go and look for the solutions. So in our factories, most of the machines have robots on them. 2 of the machines have 3 robots each. What this does is it ensures us greater accuracy, more uptime, and at the end of the day, much greater efficiency. So Elon Musk says the one problem that we've got is we must be careful of AI because the robots are just getting smarter and smarter and smarter. And AI is more dangerous than nuclear warfare. So in terms of us working with the rest of the world, we work with many different companies in many different spaces. So in terms of our technology, a lot of it comes out of Israel, and we're seeing more and more technology coming out of Israel. We're seeing more of our technology also coming out of Italy, who we work a lot with. Most of our mold makers and machinery suppliers are in Italy, and we find that they have very new and different views of the future and how to go about making products. So the technology that we have access to is really best in class. So we're working with different raw material suppliers on different raw materials and how they can benefit us. The machines and the molds, our latest facility in Johannesburg, Castleview, our track and trace as part of our Internet of Things business, adding value to our customers our customers' way of doing business. In 5 or 10 years' time, the landscape will be very different, and we have to adjust. We have to make a move now. We can't wait for 5 years, find out the world has changed, because then we will be left behind. So, at the end of the day, the future is in our hands. Doing business in COVID, as you all know, has been quite difficult, and one of the problems has been the supply chain. So, in the supply chain, we've seen that the raw material doesn't come in on time, there's shortages and all sorts of problems that we've had. But we are people, and we have brains, and we can figure things out. So this is the new normal. We just have to get used to it, figure it out, and get on with life. If we wait for someone else to figure it out for us, we're going to be left behind. My wish and our wish for plastic containers is for you as attendees is that you will gain valuable insights into the future trends relevant to your supply chains and the part that you play in growing the economy in a sustainable way. We hope that this platform will enable all of you to develop new valuable networks and partnerships. This conference is a first for us, and our wish is that this is but the start of an exciting and anticipated annual event. Thank you very much.